So in this video, we're going to follow along and watch as Andrés paints this little still life here. Andrés was a student of mine that came to Austin to take my private class, and he was nice enough to set up his camera and take all these pictures, which gave me a great idea. It was really his idea to make these videos where I can, show you a student's work in progress and then give you commentary as they paint. And I think it might be really helpful. Oh, I wanted to give you a quick update on Geneva Fine Art Supplies, my paint company. Since my last video when I announced that we were going to discontinue making paint, we've had a tremendous amount of support come in, people wanting to invest in the company and help out in all kinds of ways. So I'll tell you more about it later, but we will be trying to get the rest of our paints back in stock as soon as we can. It's going to take a little bit of time, and we'll actually be introducing some new colors. So I wanted to tell you about that. But without further ado, let's look at Andrés's painting, and let me give you my critique on his work. So here is another look at the finished painting, and then this is a picture of it side by side with the source image that he worked from. And you can see his values and his colors are all very close to being perfect. Here's the penciling before he started, and he just used the penciling method that I teach. Now notice as he's putting in these colors that he is not blending. These are spots of color that do not blend. Now obviously it's wet and wet paint, so some natural blending will occur. But what I've told him to do, and one of my strict rules for my students taking my class, is that I do not allow them to blend and to start to fix while they're working. So at this point, he's just doing a lot of color checking right on his photograph, and he's just filling in those spots. And he should be making no effort to try to make this look like cloth. So he's not looking at his source photo and then looking back at his painting and saying, does this look like that? He's just doing his color checking, being very careful, and then just filling in the blanks. Now notice here as he starts to put in these blacks, how you can already start to see the shape of the flower bud and the bottom of the, just by putting in those shadows, it really helps you to see the volume and the shape of things. So he's always working dark to light, always painting a little bit of background around the object before he paints the object, which is why he did the cloth first and the table first, but just laying in, not doing any intentional blending or fixing, just putting in his colors. Now as he starts to paint the vase, notice down in the bottom how dark it is, and notice how wrong it looks at this point, which is exactly why you don't want to start fixing yet. Because as he starts to put in the lighter parts, as he goes up the vase, the color's going to start to look accurate, especially once he gets the light parts put in. So now you can see once he's got the lightest parts in the top, all the bottom actually looks right now because it's all in place. But when you're putting it in, you don't want to start judging your work. Like for instance, this silver cup here. If you look at it now, it looks completely wrong. And it's not going to look right until those reflections are put in. It's not going to look anything like metal. It just looks like spots of paint. And that's how your painting will look also when you paint. It's not until you get the lightest parts in that you can really start to see. Even look at it now without the reflections and it's still not working. But once the reflections are put in, then it starts to actually look like metal. So I think he did a fabulous job on this painting. He gets an A+ for the class, following the method just perfectly, waiting till the very end to put these reflections in. And here's the finished painting, which I think looks very much like the source image. So thank you to Andrés for allowing me to show everybody his work, and I think this painting just came out wonderful. So if you'd like for me to critique your work or have your work be considered for me to make a video like this, the only thing you need to do is send me a series of images that you've taken. I would take a picture of your painting like once every 15 minutes or so, and just make sure that when you take these pictures that you use a tripod, that you use a camera that's been set to full manual. So you can't just use your cell phone. You've got to have a camera that you can set to full manual. And then you need to keep your exposure settings the same throughout the entire painting. So whatever you start with, it's going to stay exactly the same through every shot all the way until you finish your painting. And then make sure that when you set your exposure that it's not overexposed so much that all the light parts are blown out like you see here. This is no good. The other thing you want to make sure is that your blacks aren't crushed, meaning that your blacks aren't just black, black, black without any detail in them like you see here. So get your exposure setting right, and then the last thing is just make sure that you don't have any glare all over your painting. So you've got to have the area behind you dark. So we can't have glare all over the place. Oh, and last thing is focus. Make sure all your shots are in focus. But if you'll send me those images or send me an email with just 1 or 2 sample images, and then we can coordinate how you can get those to me by putting them on, up in the cloud, and then I can download them from there or whatever. But I would love to see any paintings that you guys would like for me to make a video from. That would be wonderful. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.